If you thought humans had varying sleeping positions, you have no idea about how pets sleep at night. With their paws, tails, and their flexible bones, pets can adopt a variety of sleeping positions. Most pet parents wouldn't think twice about them, whether their pet's sleeping on their side tonight and with their tails covering their bodies the next day, but experts believe there's a lot that can be uncovered based on a pet's sleeping position. What are some of these positions, and what do they tell us about our pets? Keep watching to find out. Number 9. Side sleeper. To get an animal to trust you is an amazing feat. They're naturally apprehensive of humans, and we can't really blame them for that. However, even domesticated animals tend to be distrustful of their pet parents, especially when they're sleeping or relieving themselves. That is, when they're in a vulnerable state. For example, some pets tend to curl themselves up into a ball to protect their vital organs when they sleep. However, if you've managed to get your pet to trust you, they'll sleep on their side with their arms stretched out. This position, whilst being the most comfortable, also puts them in a vulnerable position. Their bellies are exposed. But in this case, your pet couldn't care less. They know they're in a safe environment and wouldn't miss out on a chance to have the nap of their lives. Some experts have concluded that the side sleeping position denotes deep sleep. That is, your pet has exhausted themselves to the point that they'd sleep anywhere and in any position. Number 8. The lion's pose. You can cancel that trip to Egypt because your pet's bringing the Sphinx to you. The lion's pose, as the name suggests, is one wherein your pet rests their head on their front paws. Their back legs are tucked away at their side. The pose looks like how you'd expect the Great Pyramids of Egypt do. This pose denotes that your pet is resting, but not necessarily sleeping. Basically, they're tired enough to rest their eyes for a minute, but energetic enough to pounce and play at any second. This pose also shows that your pet is devoted towards you. A pet sleeping in the lion's pose is having an energetic, cheerful time, and they're loyal towards their pet parents. You'd often find your pet sleeping in this position by your bedside or by your door. Number 7. The sploot. What is the sploot? It's a common puppy sleeping position in which your pet is sprawled on the floor like a puddle of sploot. Your pet will lie on the floor with their front and hind legs extended as far as they can go. They'll lie on their bellies in what could best be described as a puppy puddle on the floor. This sleeping position is common among puppies and young dogs. It shows that your pet is tired, but not tired enough for deep sleep. If you were to say their name 3 or 4 times, they'd get up and get ready to play with you. It's the name that gets us every time, a splooted puppy. Number 6. Burrowing. You've probably witnessed your pet burrowing in the backyard, hoping to one day hit gold. Unfortunately, they never do, but they manage to make themselves a pretty rad hole, and that's all they're happy about. Pets also tend to burrow in bed. They'll burrow through the blankets to find the right spot. Sometimes they burrow themselves by lying under the blankets. A pet that sleeps under the blankets like a pet burrito is one that's incredibly attached to its pet parent. They want to be able to sleep as close to their pet parent as they can. They're usually energetic, playful, and trustful. There's also the possibility that they've just been to the groomers and are trying to adjust to their new coat. Number 5. The faithful sleeper. Most pet parents believe that their pet's sleeping by their feet is a sign of endearment. However, experts suggest that it has less to do with trust and more with a lack thereof. Pets that sleep at the edge of the bed have mapped out the closest escape route. If they see you struggling in your sleep or getting up in the middle of the night, they'll be able to get up with you. It's basically a sleeping with one eye open kind of situation. Larger dogs tend to sleep in this position. Their legs can essentially allow them to pounce out of bed whenever they feel threatened. Are they threatening you? Not necessarily. They're just uncomfortable and distrustful of the surroundings. The faithful sleeping position allows them an easy out if things go wrong. This isn't to say, however, that your pet doesn't trust you per se. Maybe the pet doesn't trust the situation you two are in. They think someone else in the home might be a threat to them, or they might feel uncomfortable with the sense around them in the new setting you two are in. Number 4. Big spoon, little spoon. Most humans rest in a fetal position, their arms and knees bent with their hips at an angle. When a human sleeps in this position, it creates enough space around the bend of the knees for their pets to sleep on the same bed as them. Essentially, it's spooning with your human, but we're not so sure who the little spoon is here. Now, cats prefer the knee-nuzzling position, more owing to their flexibility and the fact that they can adjust themselves into any position. The knee nuzzle shows that your pet is devoted to you, they're trustful of you, and that they want to be as close to you as possible. If you're scared of hurting your pet at night with your tossing and turning, don't be. Pets tend to be light sleepers compared to humans. If you toss and turn, your cat will adjust itself into another position by your side. Number 3, the divider. Pets always have a favorite pet parent. This isn't to say that they aren't appreciative and receptive of the affection they're getting from both pet parents, but they're probably leaning towards one of the two by just a hair. If your pet has made their decision, who's going to be my favorite, they'll probably sleep in between the two of you. With their face facing the parent, they're more inclined towards. The divider, as the name suggests, is a sleeping position wherein your pet rests comfortably between the two of you. Your pet would probably be lying on their backs, with their arms bent at an angle and their face directed towards their favorite pet parent. Interestingly enough, this position is commonly seen with bigger dogs, probably because they make for better dividers. Number 2, Pillow Bandit. Mi casa su casa. A phrase perhaps most pets have come to believe: what's yours is mine and what's mine is yours. But if we were talking about felines, the phrase would probably go like, what's yours is mine and what's mine is still mine. Jokes aside, cats tend to be more demanding of their space than dogs. They'll decide on their favorite spots, where to eat, where to play, where their litter box should be, and where they should sleep. Felines aren't particularly fond of welcoming change, which means if they've decided on a spot to sleep, it's theirs to keep. And one of their favorite places to sleep is right by your side on your pillow. Experts believe that some pets lie on your pillow to feel the warmth and scent. These pets are close to their pet parents who are fairly young and not receptive to new smells. There's also the simple explanation of pets wanting to lie on a soft surface for a better night's sleep. Number 1, the donut. It'd be hard to resist the urge of picking up and cuddling with a pet that's sleeping as if it was a donut. They're pretty darn adorable. However, you need to fight off that urge because pets sleeping with their arms tucked away and their tails covering them are anxious, distrustful, and fiercely territorial. The sleeping position hides away a pet's vital organs, namely anything under their bellies. Animals tend to be protective of their bellies, and the donut provides the best sleeping defense. Pets tend to sleep curled away in this position to preserve their body heat. You'd often find stray cats and dogs sleeping with their tails covering their bodies to keep themselves as warm as they can in the winter months. All right, which position does your pet sleep in at night? What do you think it means? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Inforama, and we'll see you in the next one.